Wonderful afternoon, everyone. This is Andrea Blackley calling out of Houston, Texas. So excited to be able to spend a few moments with you on this incredible Thursday to talk about this movement from Coins of Change, where together we are creating defining moments. The first thing that I want you to do is to definitely be grateful for the individual that provided this link to you, this information for you to see why we are so excited about such an incredible opportunity that really has a different message. So tell them thank you, but then at the same time, I want you to thank yourself for simply showing up, because I know the message that you receive from this time we spend together here is going to have the ability to completely change every aspect of your life, allowing you to transform your entire way of living. So welcome to the Coins of Change. Our commitment is philanthropic at heart. We want our members to succeed, and we teach and empower entrepreneurs on a regular basis. So we say that give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Our system is comprised of multiple earning platforms. You're going to hear us talk about the peer-to-peer mentorship and contribution system. You're going to hear us talk about philanthropy and entrepreneurship and the ability to acquire a new cryptocurrency that is taking the world by storm called Bitcoin. We're people helping people understand the power of education. I understand that many individuals do not even know what's happening with the financial economy right before our eyes. I believe that I'm aware of it and abreast of it because I have been in the industry of Forex for the last 12 to 13 months, and I know about currencies. And so I was really excited when Coins of Change came into my life, because I knew that it was something that I had an interest in purchasing or investing in, but at the same time I wasn't sure of the information that I needed. So here with Coins of Change, you're going to see how we are people helping people understand the concept and then also be able to participate in the contribution part of it. If you know anything about Barack Obama's campaign, when he was running for president, he used a crowdfunding method. He actually, as opposed to having dinners and galas, of plates that cost six figures, he sent out an email asking for supporters to send in $5, $10, or $15, small portions of income that allowed him to be able to raise the most amount of money, if I'm not mistaken, that a president has ever done during their campaign. So in 2012, the spring of 2012, he passed an act called the Jobs Act that drastically altered the landscape of crowdfunding platforms. So it's for businesses that are just getting started, and it's an amazing way to raise capital for the causes and for the meanings that you actually have with things that you need money for. So what is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is the use of small amounts of capital from a large number of individuals to finance a business venture or a cause. So as opposed to gifting, and I don't know much about that, but I do know that it is illegal, this is not one of those platforms. This is where you are literally using the same platform as GoFundMe, the same platform as Kickstarter, the same platform as churches use in regards to crowdfunding, the same platform that Goodwill uses and Red Cross. All of these particular companies or organizations that are put together to help people attain the mission for their cause, and doing it collectively with people who are givers. So why? You may be asking, Bitcoin. Well, why Bitcoin? Why are we using this? Why do people want to acquire this? Why are we using crowdfunding to get a hold of Bitcoin? Well, if you've never heard of Bitcoin before, the first thing that you should do is educate yourself. Go to Google, type in some information, type in Bitcoin, go to CNBC, go to CNN. I mean, it's all over the internet, and you have, of course, both sides of opinions in regards to what's happening. But we will say, just like everything else around us continues to evolve, money is evolving too. And at one point there was no internet. At one point there was no email. At one point, there were no pagers, no cell phones. So everything has taken itself to the next level, and now it's time for money to do so, because one of the biggest problems has been inflation. Why? Because this money that we keep in our banks and in our wallets, it's dead money. And when money is dead, it can't grow. When money is dead, they just make more of it, which causes inflation. Well, Bitcoin is here to actually eliminate those issues, to take the banks out of your money, to get the government out of your business, to allow you to be able to still purchase the things that you need to purchase, but now using cryptocurrency, which is a currency that was created for the internet. So again, there's so much information that you can find. Go watch a movie called Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix and get to the foundation of it. But just know that from 2009 to 2017, Bitcoin is now accepted worldwide. When you think about Japan and their economics and just the way of doing business and how they thrive with everything, if Japan is recognizing Bitcoin, so should you. Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group, and over 400 companies. He's even on Shark Tank right now. He's a great businessman. He's invested in Bitcoin because he's excited about the global payments, the ability to send money overseas without the fees. It's amazing, right? When you think about Bill Gates, Bitcoin is a technical tour de force. You compare that with the Tour de France, that's a big deal. So now you're talking about not a cyclical, right, Tour de France. This is a technical tour de force, meaning that it is a huge force of a movement that's happening in technology, and we're at the front of it. These companies right now are already participating with Bitcoin. Victoria's Secret, PayPal. I don't have to ask if you are familiar with these brands, because of course you are. But when you look at who's already on board, who's ahead of the game, you can even ask yourself why Subway is going to outlast a lot of these new companies, because they recognize cryptocurrency. They recognize the fact that people want a more convenient way, right, of not just spending what they receive, but of gaining wealth. This is an opportunity of a lifetime where people are recognizing something which is making the value go up. So just put this in perspective. In 2009, Bitcoin was valued at less than 1 cent. Okay, and now you look at it as of today, Bitcoin is over $7,500 for one coin. It's worth more than gold. So you have to pay attention to these things, and now we're here bringing you into the circle. We're bringing you into the circle. So even though I said what today's value of Bitcoin is, I am going to use this presentation that we have here that has even still been updated. But we're going to have the value of Bitcoin right now at $5,000 for one coin. So what does that mean? It means, Bitcoin is now $7,700. What does that mean? It means that if you heard about this cryptocurrency and you say, I want to get in on the digital money, if there's an opportunity for me to own it, knowing that this is a finite currency, right, that there will come to an end, and the community of Bitcoin holders will have just incredible control over their financial security and confidence, right? But if you wanted to say, hey, I want to get one Bitcoin, you would have to invest a minimum of $5,000, or as today of $7,730 for one Bitcoin. Okay, now I have learned, and Coins of Change introduced me to the knowledge of recognizing that I can buy pieces of Bitcoin, and they can accumulate and gain value as the price of Bitcoin continues to rise. Because what's happening is that Bitcoin in 2018, at the beginning of 2018, is looking to have a value in the 5 figures. Okay, so this isn't something that we're hoping for, but we're paying attention to it. But just right now, Bitcoin was worth $5,000 for one coin. What could you do with 1 to 15 Bitcoin? You could buy a home, right? You could pay off your vehicles. You could get rid of that debt. Now you'll be owing no one. You can actually choose to begin to create a lifestyle that you no longer have to vacate from, but this is how you live on a regular basis. It's amazing. With 1 to 15 Bitcoin. What could you do with 200 Bitcoin? What businesses would you start up that maybe you needed the funding for, right? What home? Where would you live? What organizations would you donate to? What college funds and educational platforms and just financial security means would you set up for the legacy that is to come behind you? It's so amazing to be in the know of what's happening with Bitcoin, because it makes us even more responsible for at least sharing the knowledge with people. Now, whether or not they choose to believe that this is happening is completely up to them. But I remember when my mother had to go into the bank and write out a physical check to receive cash. And then I remembered when they started to get, or we started to get, the debit cards. You know, then I've seen the chip happen. So it only makes sense to pay attention to money evolving. And now you have the ability to choose your cause. What is the reason that you would need to become or want to become a multimillionaire or a six-figure earner, whatever it is, right? With this ability to invest and begin to create and compound wealth in your home, in your life. Why are you doing it? Do you have debts that need to be paid? Do you have family members that you want to take care of? Do you have, you know, situations that you just want to be clear from? Are there places you want to travel? Are there is there land that you want to buy? Are there buildings that you want to have your name on? Are there organizations that you want to contribute to on a regular basis? Are there nonprofit organizations that you even want to start? What is your cause? Is it breast cancer? Is it mental wellness? Is it family affairs? I mean, what is it? You know, all of us have all of these different reasons why we want and why we need money. And so when we think about opportunities and things that come into our life that can allow us, if we pay attention, right, and we seize the moment, that can help us to create these ways that really do not include lack. And that's what Coins of Change is all about. So we're going to help you get activated with your cause, okay? So we have two different ways that you can participate with us here at Coins of Change. Number one, understand again, if you're not too familiar with Bitcoin, you will learn and earn along the way, okay? You will, and you'll be so glad, and you'll be so proud of yourself, and you'll just, you'll kiss yourself and you'll hug yourself for saying high five for looking at this info, like you're the smartest person on the planet. Now, how can you get started with Coins of Change? $50. $50 in Bitcoin is going to help you one time, right? One time become a part of this community of givers. Now we're going to teach you how to actually purchase your Bitcoin, and we're going to tell you about transaction fees and things of like that. But it's so amazing to see the value in what you are now bringing into your financial psyche, right? With such a small investment. And as you see it grow, as you see people be inspired and empowered and enlightened and, you know, just excited about life and now having a solution to many people's financial problems, right? You're going to be ecstatic that your $50 donation helped someone else's cause, which now puts you in a position to receive donations from people who you share this with, right? So when you activate your stage one with $50, that's going to open you up to now receive $40 from up to 3 people that also see the vision. I don't like to say things like go out and get people and sponsor people and recruit people. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to make sure that you understand the culture of the Coins of Change is about giving, about crowdfunding, that we're saying, hey, I don't have a problem donating to someone else's cause, but by the way, I have some causes of my own. So if I share this and it's just a bunch of people that are supporting each other's cause and it's only a one-time $50 Bitcoin investment, you know, like, okay, yeah, I spend $50 for lunch. I spend $50 getting my feet done. I spend $50, you know, at the cleaners. It's just amazing what we will spend money on, but looking at the value, it's incredible. So those 3 individuals that partner with you and say, hey, I have an interest in Bitcoin. Yeah, I would love to own some Bitcoin, but I don't have $7,000 right now to actually invest, but I can compound that. You're telling me that with a $50 investment, I can work my way up? Yep. The more you give, the more you receive. And giving one time actually here allows you to receive 3 times. So those 3 people will donate their $50 to you. $40 will come to you. $10 will go to the bonus pool that we actually have for those individuals that are just big time givers. They just can't stop sharing this with people. So now you have $120. $120 in Bitcoin in your possession, and you have only donated $50, but you've received 120. So number one, you've already recouped your initial donation. On top of that, you have extra. So now it only makes sense, you're not going to be able to stop this, for you to elevate yourself to stage one. Now here, this isn't about ranks or titles or anything like that. When you first get started, you made a contribution, so you're a contributor. If you continue to share this, or you teach those 3 people how to share it, now you can become an apprentice. Well, an apprentice will allow you to earn up to $70, right, per person for 9 people. When you donate $80, watch this, that's from, it won't let me go backwards, that's from your 120. So your $80 is not coming out of your pocket. At stage one, you donated $50. You shared it with 3 people, or 3 people just some kind of way fell into your community. That happens as well. And as they made their contributions to you, you received them $120. Now out of that 120, you can donate 80, so that instead of receiving $40 per person, now you can receive $70 in contributions from up to 9 people. So when you do the math on that, that's $630, ladies and gentlemen, not including the $40 that you still have left over from your stage one. That's a total of $670 in contributions that you have received from your one donation of $50. This is how crowdfunding works. Every time I talk about this, I'm like, if I would have known about this a long time ago, or if I really would have understood what GoFundMe was, as opposed to judging it, right? Just being honest, if I understood what that Kickstarter has raised billions with a B of dollars for people that are in the arts and that are creative, you know, go check them out just to see, even though people criticize, you know, Red Cross and things like that, they've helped somebody, you know, they're around for some reason. But just thinking about this whole process happening for companies, why can't it happen for you? And we're seeing it. This is a brand new message to even myself, but I'm seeing it happen for people around me, and it's just like, wow, it's awesome for this to be happening through giving. So now as an apprentice, you have $630. You can upgrade or take yourself to stage 2. Hey, I want to contribute more. So out of that $630, you now contribute $280, which leaves you at least $350 in your wallet, all from a one-time $50 donation. Now you're going to receive $250 from up to 27 people in your level 3. So you paid $280 to get on stage 3. $30 goes into the bonus pool. $250 is now paid to you, contributed to you for up to 27 people. You're now at 6,750 people. The key to this, ladies and gentlemen, is encouraging people to share an opportunity of giving with at least 3 people. This is not about signing people up. This is not about recruiting and prospecting. This is not about another business opportunity and just what's in it for me. This is a different message that is literally creating, we have a goal to create over 500 millionaires in the next 2 years by the principles of giving. So when you look at $6,750 as an entrepreneur, because you have shared this and those 27 people have shared this with 3 people, now you're an entrepreneur. $6,750 in contributions has been given to you with a one-time $50 donation. You now go to stage 4. So out of that $6,750, you donate $1,000. Now you will receive $900 from up to 81 people who get their 3 people. That's $72,900. You can now call yourself a philanthropist. What is a philanthropist? What is philanthropy? It's when you're able to give inspiring and encouraging and powerful words to people to, you know, kind of like a life coach, right? but at the same time, along with your words, you also give money. So you write checks to foundations, you do things from your heart. You don't care whether people know about it or not, but that's what a philanthropist is. And when you realize that all of these things are happening because we are giving, that's what Coins of Change is making and helping us to create defining moments, because now it is a defining moment when you say, wow, I've received this because I gave. Stage 5, out of the $72,900, you are now donating $5,400. You're at the legacy stage. You can receive up to $4,900 from up to 243 people. That is $1.1 million by giving from a one-time $50 donation. There are no hidden fees. There's no monthly renewal. This is literally an opportunity in conjunction with any other business you're a part of. Maybe your job, maybe you're already in, another networking, type of company. This is in conjunction to that. This does not require you to have an auto ship. It does not require you to go out and recruit people. This is so that you can be able to acquire an additional stream of income through the purchase of Bitcoin, which is going up in value, and you're doing it just in a smarter way. So now that completes our silver stage. You're going to receive a Facebook ebook course if you choose to enter into our gold platform. What our gold platform does is the same exact concept as the silver, except it's a larger donation. So the larger your donation, the larger your contributions. So the $50 entry is incredible because people still have the ability, considering we're only a little bit over 30 days young. So this is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. And how things are aligning in regards to how we're growing, I believe that it's because our foundation is based on the principle of giving, period. So when you give a larger portion with the gold platform, we talk about why e-commerce is so important. I'll just segue to this real quick, why stores are closing and going to the internet. We already have recognized that, so that's another confirmation in regards to why internet money is necessary right now. This is what your back office will look like. You can picture those numbers now, but just to let you know that when you actually partner with Coins of Change, you receive education. And we just had a training last night on e-commerce, which was absolutely amazing. It was a marketing training. It was on Social Ninja. It was so incredible. And to have access to that type of exposure is without a doubt phenomenal. But as I stated, with the silver platform, the gold platform is the same exact concept, except it's just a larger contribution. So you would be starting with 1/10 of a Bitcoin. So in order to do the gold platform, however, you must begin with the silver platform. So you have that one-time $50 donation, and if you did 1/10 of a Bitcoin today, it would be at this moment about $770. Okay, so 1/10 of a Bitcoin. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through this really quickly and let you all go and show you how $7,700, what this equates to. And notice that you have the ability through the same concept to receive up to 1,215 Bitcoin. You see the numbers. So as a contributor, you enter 0.1 Bitcoin, you donate. Now you can receive up to 0.09 Bitcoin from 3 people. So you're looking at 0.27 of a Bitcoin. In today's value, that's equivalent to $2,079. So you donated $770 for the 1/10 of a Bitcoin, but now you received $2,079 from 3 other people that also chose to get in on this platform as well. Okay, so you've so far accumulated already in that short period of time with 3 people, 27% of a Bitcoin is now yours. Out of that 27%, you donate 0.2. So you donate 20% there, right, of a Bitcoin. Now, helping these 3 people get their 3, or maybe you end up talking to 12 people. So you talk to 3 and you talk to 9 more. However it happens, you're going to receive 0.18, 18% of a Bitcoin from 9 people. That's equivalent to now, listen, you've already acquired 1.62 Bitcoin already, with a total of 3 people, and then the 9 people, help these 3 people get their 3 people, help these 3 people, these 9 people get their 3 people, right? Now you receive 1.62 Bitcoin. That is equivalent to $12,474. Now you see in parentheses where this was the value when it was calculated off of 5,000, I believe. So now today the price of Bitcoin is 7,700. So this is no longer 8,100, right? It's now 12,474. Out of that 1.26 Bitcoin, now you are donating 1 Bitcoin. You're really in the big leagues now. You can afford to do it. So you donate 1 Bitcoin, now you're receiving 90% of a Bitcoin from up to 27 people who get their 3. You now are at 24.3 Bitcoin. 24.3 Bitcoin based off of today's value is no longer $121,500. The value is $187,110. That's the $66,000 increase. Only because Bitcoin's value is increasing. We're not working harder for this. We're not doing anything different. We just have it. And because we have it, as it increases in value, that's what's happening. It's just like when you purchase a home and the area around, you know, becomes more affluent, then the value of your home increases. As an entrepreneur, out of your 24 Bitcoin, I'm sure you don't mind donating 3 of them so that now you can receive 2.5 Bitcoin from up to 81 people. 2.5 Bitcoin from up to 81 people. That's 202.5 Bitcoin. That's equivalent to 1,559,250. So here it was 1.1 million. Now we're at 1.5 million. Why? Because Bitcoin did what? It went up. You're now a philanthropist. Out of the 202 Bitcoin, you can donate 6. You now receive 5 Bitcoin from up to 243 people, which brings you to 1,215 Bitcoin. If the price at that time is only $7,700 per Bitcoin, you are no longer at $6 million. You are at $9,355,500. All I can say, ladies and gentlemen, is to get a position now. Period, point blank, end of story. You will learn as you earn, right? You will earn as you learn. And at the same time, what has happened in just a short 4 weeks has been nothing short of just a miracle. I mean, it's exciting. It's wonderful watching, you know, the fact that people are believing more in themselves and believing that they deserve to be in control of their finances, that they don't have to keep doing the same old ways, you know, and not getting any new results. You're wondering why people's income are going backwards. It's because the habits are bad and the methods are old. So now we're moving to the element of digital currency, and what Coins of Change is doing is recognizing the fact that the contributions go to fellow members. So someone that may be introducing you to Coins of Change may not even send you their personal link. They may send you the link of someone else simply because all of the donations help everybody. When you get started, you're going to receive immediate value. There are no hidden costs. As I mentioned earlier, there are no monthly renewal fees whatsoever, and you're not required, it is not mandatory for you to recruit. That would make this a business, and meaning that we would have a compensation plan. We don't have a compensation plan, we have a contribution plan, to where we are receiving contributions because we're donating. We're using the concept of crowdfunding to acquire wealth principles and actual wealth at the same time. So we're excited about Coins of Change. We want you to go ahead and get started. Would you look at those one-time donations and what is possible for you, and the fact that we are just getting started. You know, where we will be 30, 60, 96 months, a year from now is going to be nothing short of miraculous, but I'm just excited to be one of the first. You know, you sit back and you ask yourself, what can go wrong? Well, the only thing that could go wrong that we've thought of is if the internet just completely stopped working, you know, and that would be a big deal for more than just us. So with that being, said, and us being excited about what's happening, get yourself started. Set up your blockchain and your Coinbase to purchase your Bitcoin. When you fill out your enrollment form with Coins of Change, you'll be able to click on the tutorials tab and see what videos we have back there to get you started. And also you can click on resources and click on buy Bitcoin, which will actually show you step by step on how you can buy Bitcoin from Coinbase. So we have everything laid out for you. And again, you want to secure your position because you want to be at the beginning. It's nothing like being at the beginning and saying, hey, I was at the beginning of a movement that helped people to create defining moments through acquiring Bitcoin, compounding their wealth, getting into philanthropy, being a giver. I mean, it's just very difficult to find anything wrong with this. And then you're going to see how you can log in and activate and engage, in what we have here with Coins of Change. So I will leave you with this, thinking about what is your cause? What is it that you need this money for? What will you do with it? What will you do for yourself? How will you feel? Can you even imagine having a life of giving to where literally every single day, every time you talk about and it's not even work. That's what I love. It's not a business. When I talk to people about giving and donating and educating them on what's happening with money around the world, I'm like, I know that I'm doing good and justice. So this is exciting. Think about your cause. Get positioned today. At the very minimum, get your $50 silver position. Go ahead and activate that. And then as you learn more about Bitcoin, yes, absolutely upgrade to gold. If you have the means to do it now, do that. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. You will have the means through your silver platform. So your silver platform can help you to go gold as well. But partner up with us, get into the environment, the energy, and then you'll see what Coins of Change is all about. So I thank you for your time. Hopefully I didn't bore you, but I pray that you got everything nice and clear. Have a great day. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.